Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's Tripoli here, back from the Lord's Mobile video, and as you can see, we have a rally set on another A3E guild member. If you saw the last video we were targeting a lot of the A3E members because they are a bunch of noobs, and this guy is unshielded 193 million with anti-scout. Now, it's very weird for a castle of this size to, be unshielded with, anti-scout. The stats don't add up. It just seems like a really, really shitty castle, but again, I don't know why he would have anti being as big as he is. Like, it's weird. It's very weird. I don't know if the guy just thought, hey, I'm gonna put slap anti on with my shield, and it's just when my shield runs out, I guess I'm just gonna have anti up. I'm not gonna pay attention to my castle. I don't know, but I'm looking for a gear swap here, and I don't think we're gonna be getting a gear swap, guys. Nope, no gear swap. And as you can see, this guy had 2.3 million troops from 193 down to 149 million. I'm gonna go get my little Tesla, and I know there's not much left. I'm gonna chuck a nice little bit of infantry at whatever he's got left in his castle. At this point, he's got 749k left in his castle. I'm like, hell yeah, I'm about to come up in here. I'm about to wreck this dude's shit. So, I speed it up a little bit. I'm like, yeah, okay. So my march is walking, and it looks like it's about to get there right before panics get there. So it's moving in. I've got my gear on, and bam, I slap it. As you can see, 528k reds. I'm like, hell yeah, what a nice hit. Panic goes up in there and zeros and finishes the target, I believe, which is really really nice zero. This guy had a good amount of troops for us to kill. It was very, very refreshing overall. Looking at his comp, as you can see, he had a decent amount of T4 range left, and I mopped up majority of it. Anyways, with our march coming back, let's head on to the next clip. So the next clip, I'm soloing this 83 million castle, and you'll see here in just a second what happens. So we've got this guy. He's in this really crap gear. We've got me coming in. We've got Cha coming in, and let's see the damage that we gave him. So he had 601k troops. I only did 191. I mean, this was just mixed T3. My stats aren't the best. My stats are like at this time like 440% with I'm like hitting in my mixed gear. So my gear is in no way, shape, or form, some kind of amazing thing that's just gonna destroy people. No, don't think that for a second that my gear is actually good. It's really not. But we did some alright damage. He did some damage, but didn't manage to capture the lead. The guy was online, obviously. But he was burning and he had to heal, so I guess that's alright. I only lost a little bit of T2, maybe a tiny bit of T4. Overall, it was a nice hit. And moving on to the next target, we've got this 132 million castle with 4.9 million kills. Complete noobish looking castle. We're looking at the help sent and stuff. And we're like, okay, so this kind of looks like a solo trap-ish. Let's see what he's got to offer. So 132 mil, Panic's coming up in here, and let's see. So we have a 28 million might drop. Not that much, but we can kind of infer that, okay, well, his kills rose just a tiny bit. 28 million drop up top. Okay, so majority of those losses had to have been him himself. 113 million now. This guy does not have that many troops. He just kind of got fucking ganked by Panic's rally. Didn't have much left, and then he got zeroed right after. So now we are jumping on board with Cha-Cha. Cha-Cha has just set a rally. I myself am on a break, so I'm not joining at this point. I'm like, trying to stay away from the game as much as possible. But he's 298 million might, 17 million kills, and he's in Monster Hunt gear. Okay, so we can kind of infer this guy could just be like the rest of the A3E guild. A bunch of noobs sitting at a shield, not really know what they're doing, not really watching over their accounts too well. Okay, so yeah, let's go set a rally and send it. Fuck it. So now we're looking for a gear swap. We're on call, and there is no gear swap. Okay. Rally hits from 298 down to 256. Dude's got a 42 million might drop just like that. And as you can see, 4.6 million casualties. So he did take a pretty huge loss. So there's only one thing left to do. We got to see what he's got left in his comp, and we've got to go ahead and set another rally. As you can see, Cha just sent a solo on accident instead of setting a rally, and you'll see here in a second, rally has been initiated. Okay, so now it's time to load back up and zero whatever he has left. People see the fire burn, they all want to jump on board and join these rallies. Once people see the fire burning, they all want to hop on board and join the fun. But guys, unfortunately enough for this, for at least for us, not for this guy. Fortunately for this guy, he's gonna chuck up a shield here in just a moment, and it was quite saddening actually, because it was gonna be one hell of a juicy zero. And let's move on to the next clip. So moving on to the next clip, we've got another A3E member, and yes, we are rallying it. Panic's coming up in here with a rally. As you can see, this cav gear is looking as sexy as ever, with a 15 second march time. This guy is 214 million in some really, really dodgy gear. Doesn't really seem like he's going to be able to defend this whatsoever, especially not with full reinforcements, unless he's somehow going to pull out some mythic set. Nope, he doesn't pull out a mythic set. Instead, he gets burned and he gets screwed. He doesn't have all too many troops, but he did have enough to where it did make it worthwhile for us to be there and to hit his castle. I think he had about like a 10 million drop, so he had some, he had some like probably like 500-600k troops mixed up in there. But overall, we get some leaders out of it. We have some fun with it, and we get to move on to the next guy. So moving on to the next guy, we've got this guy V Love. Now this guy's 533 mil. Who would have ever have guessed, right? No, it's not 533 mil. Instead, it's moving on to this next target, we basically have a couple of guys who've come over to reinforce their buddy MUAVII Love. Now, this guy, he wasn't, one of the greatest looking castles of all time. We're kind of looking at some of the other members that have come to reinforce, seeing if there's any, anybody with any sort of dead giveaway that they can't take any rallies or anything, but it doesn't seem that way, so we're just going to kind of focus on who we're actually rallying. So we got this VII Love guy, 211 million, 86 million kills, kind of a lot of kills for his castle, but Panic's going to come up in here with this cav rally, and we are going to burn. Okay, so we burn this guy. He drops like about 29 million might. Pretty nice hit overall, and yeah, I did join this one. As you can see, 2.4 million troops, 2.1 million red deads, and his leader is now capped. Very nice zero overall. We got to get to take a look at this comp. Look at this comp right here. A bunch of like T2 calves and, not too much of anything special. This guy got absolutely fucking rocked by Panic's rally right there. And now we get to move on to the reports. Let's move on to the reports, guys. Alright guys, so getting into the reports. So I've got two reports, both of them are A3E via Natu, and as you can see we've got LEB Mini Ego, who is Cha Griffin, if you didn't know already, and he's coming up in here with basically a 2.3 million rally against this guy's about just under 2.3 million troops. This guy was sitting in a wild Cav Foul, which is the worst formation to sit in. Holy shit, and especially because we sent a range rally at him. The battle replay is expired, so we won't be able to get into all the details of his troop composition, but as you can see, he took a whopping 1.5 million reds from this hit. And now if we come over here, we'll be able to see my solo. So I soloed, I was a little bit further away, decided to, give a little bit of a solo, and shot my shot, and as you can see, 749k left, 528k red deads. I barely took any losses whatsoever. I just took a little bit of red T2 cab, maybe a little bit of T4 infantry wounded, and I messed this guy up quite a bit. Panic came in for the zero right at the end, snatched up that leader, and it was over for this guy. Anyways, guys, I hope you all enjoyed the video. Again, I'll be trying to post as much as I possibly can. No promises, of course. And if you guys like the video, like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comment section, all that stuff. And I'll catch you all in the next video. Peace out.